criminal behavior, and impersonating an army officer. This was the crime for which he was imprisoned before the war. How he treated his disabled father and how he beat him until he died. Time has proven to everyone that the Rapid Support Forces militias only attract the scum of society, the lowest of the low, devoid of morals, honor, and manhood. In this episode, we will reveal more details about Sharon, the main perpetrator of the massacres in the villages of Al Jazeera in Sudan. His name is Omar El Sayed Mohammed Ibrahim, known by the nickname Sharon. He is 39 years old and resides in Al Jazeera State, Al Masid Administrative Unit, in the village of Kaba al-Jidad. He is married to Rehab Saif and is the father of several children. Omar El Sayed, or Sharon, has a long criminal record. He traveled to Saudi Arabia in 2009, where he worked as a truck driver. Among his colleagues, he was notorious for his criminal tendencies and his willingness to engage in any actions that go against basic human decency and the values and traditions of society. In 2017, a story gained widespread attention in Sudanese public opinion. It involved a Sudanese man named Omar Sharon, who broke the legs of an Egyptian resident due to the latter's insults toward Sudan. This incident became a hot topic on social media, being widely discussed on several popular pages as well as covered by various online newspapers. Omar Sharon took advantage of the tense atmosphere that prevailed at the time between Sudanese and Egyptians on social media. The tensions were fueled by several issues, most notably the Halayeb and Shalatin dispute and offensive comments made by the Egyptian media about Sudan. His widely circulated story helped him build relationships with various figures, including officers, doctors, and traders, exploiting the Sudanese public's sympathy for his fabricated tale. In reality, it was just a car accident that Omar turned into a heroic narrative. He fled to Sudan in late 2017 after being accused of stealing a doctor's car, misleading his family into believing he was deported for a fabricated injury incident. Upon arriving in Sudan, he continued his criminal activities, including kidnapping his current wife due to conflicts with her family. He hid her in a remote area, but authorities traced her through a phone call, and the case ended with a settlement involving marriage after violating her honor during the abduction. He then settled in Al Jarif West, rented a car from a limousine company in Riyadh to carry out more organized crimes, and refused to return it, similar to his previous incident in Saudi Arabia. After being reported and arrested, the car issue was resolved with a financial settlement. Reports indicated he impersonated an army officer and carried an unlicensed firearm, with alleged cooperation from some local officers. Sharon impersonated a Sudanese army captain to gain the trust of wealthy businesswomen. He developed a relationship with a wealthy woman, exchanged explicit photos, and later attempted to blackmail her for money. However, the woman outsmarted him, reported him to the cybercrime authorities, and he was sentenced to 10 years in Al Huda prison. When the Rapid Support Forces, RSF, stormed the prison during recent unrest in Omdurman, Omar was among the freed inmates. He joined the RSF, leveraging family ties within the militia. He acted as a guide in East Khartoum due to his familiarity with the area, living in a relative's home near the local police station. Omar led the militia in Kab al-Jadad, causing widespread theft and terror. Although initially disowned by his brother Abdul Rahman in Saudi Arabia due to his disgraceful behavior, Abdul Rahman later became a staunch supporter of Omar, praising his actions despite their brutality. Omar's reign of terror included threats and violence against anyone opposing him in his home region. Sharon established checkpoints inside and outside Kabe Jadad to collect fees, impose taxes in markets, and charge tolls for internal transportation. His group, including members like Salah and Abdul Munim, used threats via mosque loudspeakers to enforce compliance. After being appointed as the area's leader, Sharon set up additional checkpoints on key roads to collect money, often exploiting and punishing individuals with whom he had prior disputes. Sharon, a resident of Jarif West and the market leader of Dubbin, regularly collected taxes from market workers, celebrating the proceeds with feasts and alcohol. He later fled to a neighboring country to escape accountability, but failed to erase incriminating records. His activities included criminal financial schemes involving others like Ahmed Militia, with evidence of his misconduct retained. This criminal, known for his extraordinary ability to disguise and adapt, even goes as far as wearing women's clothing and applying henna to his hands and feet, which he has done multiple times before. This criminal, known for his extraordinary ability to disguise and adapt, even goes as far as wearing women's clothing and applying henna to his hands and feet, which he has done multiple times before. After committing proven crimes in Al Jazeera, There is no escape now, Sharon. Where will you hide? Many Sudanese have offered significant sums of money, reaching staggering amounts, to anyone who can capture Sharon.